Autumn arrives, and strong winds begin sweeping across the fields. They lift countless tiny seeds into the air and carry them far away, over many different lands. Among thousands of seeds, there is one seed so very small, smaller than all the rest. One might wonder, will this tiny seed have enough strength to follow the others? And in the end, where will they land to begin their new journey? On this flight, not every seed is fortunate. One seed soars too high, touches the blazing rays of the sun, and is burned up. Yet the tiny seed continues drifting along with the others. Another seed falls onto a frozen mountain, where ice never melts, and it can never grow. The rest keep flying, with the little seed quietly trailing behind. The wind then carries them over the vast ocean. One seed drops into the endless water and quickly sinks, swallowed by the waves. The others continue their journey with the help of the wind. But the little seed doesn't rise as high as the others. It drifts along slowly. Next, another seed falls into a scorching desert, where the heat and dryness make survival impossible. The tiny seed, though weak and flying low, keeps on moving forward with the wind, avoiding danger again and again. It doesn't realize that its very smallness and humility are what allow it to survive and continue the long journey ahead. After a long path full of winds and trials, the seeds finally settle onto the ground. The breeze grows calm and no longer carries them away. All of them lie still, as if each has found a resting place after a weary journey. Winter begins to blanket the land. Snow falls thick and soft, gently covering the seeds like a warm quilt, making them look as though they have fallen into a deep sleep beneath the frozen earth. Time drags on slowly through the long, harsh winter. For the seeds, this is not only a quiet pause but also a test of survival. A little bird flies by, searching for food in the scarcity of winter. It spots a seed, quickly pecks it up, and flies away. One seed is gone forever, but the tiny seed remains unnoticed. It is too small, too humble to catch the bird's eye. Safely hidden under the snow, it lies still. Not long after, a hungry mouse tunnels through the cold ground. It sniffs out some seeds and eats them to fill its belly. More seeds disappear. Yet the tiny seed stays safe, for it is buried deeper, so quiet and motionless that the mouse passes it by. And so, winter goes on. The bitter winds, the heavy snows, and the hunger of animals, all are challenges. Many seeds fail to survive, but the little seed waits silently, holding within itself a determined spark of life. Unaware, it is its stillness and smallness that allow it to endure the harshest of seasons. At last, the icy winter comes to an end. The snow melts, the soil softens, and the warmth of the sun spreads across the land. Spring bursts forth with lively air, gentle rains, and radiant light. Now, the seeds that slept through winter begin to awaken. They swell and split open, sending out tender green sprouts. Roots dig deep into the earth for nourishment, while delicate shoots stretch upward toward the sun. But not all are destined to thrive. Some face hardship from the very start. One seedling is overshadowed by a fast-growing weed, which takes all the sunlight and water, leaving the weaker plant to wither away. Another tiny sprout is crushed when a child runs past and steps on it. And yet another, after barely forming a flower bud, is plucked by human hands. Meanwhile, the little seed still lies dormant. It seems slower than the rest, making one wonder if it has already missed its chance. But no, it finally breaks open its hard shell, sends roots into the ground, and pushes a fragile stem into the air. Though late and slow, it begins its new life with steady determination. Amidst so much loss, the survival of the tiny seed is proof of patience and resilience. It has endured the brutal winter, and now, in the spring, it takes its first step on the path to becoming a plant. Summer arrives in all its brilliance. Sunshine spreads across the fields, and warm rains soak the soil. In this lively season, the little seedling grows with vigor. Each day it reaches higher, its leaves multiplying, spreading wide to catch every drop of rain and ray of sun. The plant doesn't stop there. It rises taller and taller. Soon it outgrows the grass, surpasses the flowers nearby, and keeps stretching upward. Day by day, it grows so tall that it towers over people, houses, even the trees in the village. Onlookers marvel at how such a fragile seed could grow into something so extraordinary. One day, a bud forms at the top. Slowly it opens, and before everyone's eyes, a magnificent flower blooms, enormous and dazzling. Its petals glow under the summer sun, more splendid than anyone has ever seen. From near and far, people come to gaze in or at this wonder of nature. a towering flower born from a seed so tiny and frail. Not only people, but also birds, bees, and butterflies flock to the flower. They circle joyfully, sipping nectar and spreading pollen. All summer long, the giant flower becomes the heart of life in the meadow, bringing beauty, joy, and amazement to every creature around it. That little seed, once so small and overlooked, has now become a symbol of vitality and strength. It proves that even the humblest beginnings can, with perseverance, grow into something truly remarkable. As time passes, summer gradually yields to autumn's cool breath. The sky turns softer shades, and the winds grow brisker, carrying whispers of change. In the fields, the giant flower still stands tall and proud, yet signs of fading are clear. The long days of sunshine grow shorter, nights are cooler, and the heat of the day fades. One by one, the mighty petals of the giant flower fall, drifting away on the wind alongside the red and golden leaves. Passers-by look up with a hint of sorrow, watching the flower wilt after its glorious season. The autumn winds grow stronger, shaking the tall flower back and forth. Most of its brilliant petals are gone, leaving behind only the sturdy stem and seed pod. And then, a wondrous moment arrives. The pod bursts open. Out spill countless tiny seeds, immediately caught by the wind and carried far across the land. Each of these seeds, though small, holds endless possibility. The wind scatters them across meadows, rivers, mountains, and villages. Some will fall to the earth and wait for spring to sprout. Some may be lost along the way, but all carry within them the promise of new life. The story of the tiny seed has now come full circle. From a fragile speck nearly lost to the world, it grew into a magnificent flower, and now it has given birth to countless more seeds, ensuring life continues. This is nature's timeless miracle. Every ending is also the beginning of a new journey.